Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another week of your Pueblo County Sports Experience. I'm Caleb McClure.
And I'm Devin Meyer.
And we're here with Andy.
Hi.
Hi, Andy.
Hey,
Hi,
Andy.
Devin. How's it going, guys?
How you doing?
Um,
Thank you for asking.
so kind of a rough week for the sports teams this week. But we're gonna go ahead and do a quick little recap of everything that went down this week. We'll give you guys the updates on what's going on with the teams, and then at the end of the podcast, we'll give you our player of the week for this week. And yeah, we should get started.
All right, let's start with football. Let's pull up that Fort
All right, let me pull
Morgan
that up for
County
you guys.
Hornet game.
So, our football team beat the Fort Morgan Mustangs this weekend, 35-21, and so a good game. I guess we could make some notes here. So we went 3 for 8 in terms of passing, and our quarterback had 15 carries with 140 yards on the game. So a bit of an interesting game. Cohen Glenn had more yards than our dedicated running back does. So kind of an interesting play style that we're kind of adopting into the season here.
The quarterback is just our running back.
Yeah, kind of
Their
a weird-
quarterback kind of clean with it, though.
Yeah, their quarterback went 13 for 22, 213 yards. I mean, they know how to pass the ball.
Not run it, though. Negative
No.
7 yards on the quarterback.
Yeah, they do not know how to run it. This guy, with the same amount of carries as Cohen Glenn, had 77 yards.
That's
So
wild.
Cohen did double.
That's probably their main running back.
Yeah,
He did double
Yeah.
his yards.
and Cohen did double
If
his
you
yards.
click on him, it'll show you his position.
All right, pal.
Okay.
Yeah, so kind of a closer game than I guess I would have expected with Fort Morgan.
I think he
Um,
actually had more yards than both. Yeah, he had more running yards than their entire team combined.
Yeah.
Just Cohen Glenn himself. Good job,
Yeah.
Cohen Glenn.
Good job, Cohen. All right, man. Good job, Cohen Glenn. Keep running that football down the field.
Let's
He also had 3
the
touchdowns.
defense.
Yeah, defensive stats. I mean, no surprise, week after week after week after week. Elijah Horton with 10 solo tackles. I mean, this guy, dude.
14 in total.
I mean, I don't know.
He's just a silent assassin. Every game I watch him. I watch the games and I don't
No.
see
You don't
it.
even realize
You
that
don't-
it just
He's
weirdly
every
adds
tackle.
up. It's just Elijah Horton. Good job, Elijah Horton. Keep tackling those boys. Brock
No.
Roseman, though, with 6 tackles as well.
Alex with a 2-sack game. Wowzers.
Alex Gillespie.
G-Mini Cricket, Alex. What a great game.
Good job tackling.
Good job.
that
2
quarterback.
interceptions for Jonathan. For 104 yards. Oh, my.
Keep returning that. Keep returning those interceptions.
Oh, my goodness. Good stuff, Jonathan Gonzalez. 5 for 5, Jacob Gonzalez.
Love to see it.
Field goal attempts. Hey, you love to see that. Hey,
Point after attempts.
Oh.
PATs.
oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yes, but good job, Jacob, for getting those point afters.
Good job, Jacob. So yeah, Cohen Glenn kind of carried everybody on his back for that for some reason. 3 touchdowns that game. So at least we won. At the end of the day, we still
3-1 is a pretty good start for the football season.
Yeah, especially for County's football season. It's a good record to have this early in the season.
And our one loss isn't even a league game, so
Right. All right, so Public County's soccer team here, they took since the last podcast, they've taken 2 losses. They lost to Roosevelt 2-1, and they lost to South last night or 2 nights ago 1-0. So to Roosevelt, we had a goal from Miles Peters, and that was it. We had an assist from Cade Fisher.
T. Crittenden in the goal that game.
Tanner was goaltending that whole game, and had 5 saves. That's pretty good. That's quite a few saves.
Not bad.
And he had 1 PK save. We did still lose, though. We did still lose that game. And then the other game that we had 2 nights ago, that would have been Tuesday night against Pueblo South, we lost 1-0. And that's just another kind of unfortunate game. So it sounds like we just had some trouble on the offensive side for the South game, and they were able to. It sounds like the game was mostly played on County's defensive side. I mean, just constantly the defense trying to work that ball down the field. And, at the end of the day, if they get so many attempts, I mean, eventually one is going to go in no matter how good our defense is. So 1-0. And that brings our record to 4-2-1, which is, I mean, league we're 3-1-1. It's kind of a rough record.
Got Pueblo West next Tuesday. The Milk Jug.
Next Tuesday.
Be there. Big game.
It is at West.
Must-win game. That's a league game.
Yeah, we got to beat West. We definitely got to beat Central and East.
And then Centennial at home.
We have to beat everyone.
And
At the end.
yeah,
That'll be big. Yeah, we just got to win out.
If we
honestly.
want a good playoff
I
spot,
just
we
want
got
to
to
see
beat
those
everyone.
boys win some soccer.
Yeah, if we want to have a playoff spot at all, like at this point, it just has to be wins, especially against West and Centennial. Those are like just going to be like the kind of tough matchups for sure. I don't think we mentioned this, but the next game for the football team is this Friday against
Central.
It's Central, okay, and it's at the Nest.
All I know is that both teams are 3-1. Pueblo Central's ranked 66th in Colorado right now to Pueblo's 85. Could be a big win for us if we win that. Our rating's definitely going to go up.
Yeah,
Let's pass that ball.
It'll be a good game.
Looks like Central just does not know how to score in the second or third quarter.
yeah, just 0.
Has not scored in the second or third quarter this year yet. Oh, wow.
They average a lot more rushing yards. How do we average more passing yards than them?
That is wild. They might be better. They're better at their own game.
No, dude. No way. We average a lot more tackles.
That's because of our boy Elijah.
That's because of Elijah.
Elijah.
Good stuff, Elijah.
Keep it up.
They average more points per game.
I'm
So if I were to guess the score for this game, off of these averages, it would be like 24-35 for Central. But I'm not gonna guess that because we're gonna dominate this game because we're at the Nest. Anyways,
Nest, baby, be there.
Rushing.
No,
No,
Amari.
Amari.
He's not there. Michael Montoya though with 30 carries and 200 yards. Workhorse.
Yeah, but we have Elijah Horton who's going to tackle him.
He will
Elijah
tackle.
Horton's.
Tackle
Coming
that
for
guy.
I
All
want to. Looking forward to see Elijah Horton get some tackles.
All right, we got off track.
All right. So our soccer record, like I said, 4-2-1. A rough start, I guess you could say, a rough start to our standings, and basically is what it has to be at this point. Is it has to be wins and wins and wins, and we just can't afford any more losses if we want to have a good playoff spot. So, I believe in the soccer guys. I think they can do it. I think they can pull it out. And I'm excited to see the West game next Tuesday, September 26th. That is at Pueblo West, though. So, good stuff. Next, we're going to look at tennis, I guess. I mean, so...
Andrew White, this is all you. Give us a breakdown.
yeah, go ahead and break this down for us, Andrew.
So, on the 8th of September was the Hornet Invitational. We finished third as a team. Decent performance. I think that we one of our better performances in recent years. And then we had East on the 14th. Complete sweep as a team. Kind of a rough day to be a East Eagle. And then on the 16th we had Central in a nail biter. We beat them 4-3. And then after the match, this is something you can only get from someone who was there. Coach Dante Alcala and Coach Miles Lucero played each other in a grudge match exhibition game after that. Coach Miles lost 4-1. But in Coach Miles' defense, he was playing in sweats and on clouds. So, kind of got ambushed by Dante. looking for the rematch. And then on the 19th, we had West. It was a battle. All the singles players just battled their hearts out in some really close games, and all county singles players took the win. Sadly, the doubles couldn't come up with it, and we lost 3-4 as a team. And then just yesterday on the 20th, we played South and won 7-0 as a team. Good job, South. Good try. Well played.
You'll get us next year, South.
And thank you for hosting the South Invite this weekend. We look forward to it, and we'll keep you updated on how that goes next week.
Yeah, so if you're a big tennis fan, look out for the Pueblo South Invite. That'll be September 22nd, which will be, if this comes out today when we're recording it, it would be Friday. Tomorrow.
Friday and Saturday, 8 to 5.
So if you're a big tennis guy, go ahead and get out there and
Tons of tennis.
watch those boys.
This is a big weekend. There's tons of 5A schools, Cherry Creek and Cheyenne Mountain, all those big boys coming down this weekend, ready to play some tennis.
Andrew, why don't you tell them about the Ian Alcala thing?
All right. Well, Ian Alcala this weekend, or not this week,
Take two.
Take two. Ian Alcala this week played Jet Johnson in an insane match. Ian lost the first set in not close fashion and was down 2-5, 30-40 match point in the second set and came back and won 11 of 12 games and just dominated, just turned it on. He's got that dog in him. Can't wait to watch more from that guy. Still a junior. I see a lot of brightness in that little kid. He can ball.
He can ball.
The point of telling that story, ladies and gentlemen, was so you know why Andrew picks him for his Player of the Week later in the podcast. It's just kind of a forewarning, so you're not surprised.
We'll
when
see.
Ian
We'll see.
Alcala comes up. As
Maybe there's
Player
some
of the
like
Week.
sleeper picks. You don't know.
That's true. We still have not looked at volleyball, which we can move on to right now.
Let's move on.
So we'll go to volleyball
Yeah, we'll
first
go
today.
volleyball, then we'll do softball. All right.
So the volleyball team had a game last night, which would have been September the 20th against Pueblo Centennial. Went ahead and just sweep Centennial
Not
straight
even
up.
close. That last set, Centennial only scored 7 points.
That's rough for Centennial. Hey guys, you'll get us next year.
Bad day to be a Centennial Bulldog.
Bad day to be a Bulldog. So I mean that's exciting. If we want to take a look at the stats here, we can point out some notable players from yesterday.
There is none.
Just kidding. No, we can't. So that's all right. There's no stats, unfortunately, for the game last night. But, I mean, I guess we can just know that, Centennial got swept. We can also look at the last couple games that we had. On the 19th, they played Vista Ridge and swept them as well.
We could pull a box score for this one, though.
Yeah, so for the Vista Ridge game, we had
12 kills.
12 kills out of Olivia Corsentino,
What a dog.
averaging 4 kills per set. So I mean, Olivia Corsentino, she's kind of it feels like she's kind of coming out of the woodworks here. She wasn't a standout player last year, if I remember correctly. But I mean, this year she is 100% a standout player.
Can we pull up her kills per set, like, on the season?
So she's
70 kills on the season, averaging 2.2 kills per set.
So Olivia Corsentino averaging 2.2 kills per set on the year.
49% kill percentage.
Half the time she's getting that kill.
That's pretty good.
And then kind of like I said, I mean, with last year, she had only 10 kills on the entire year.
Only 9 sets played on the whole year.
Right. So like I said, last year she kind of wasn't one of the standout players, but I mean, here she is now, and she is absolutely a standout player. 2.2 kills per set. I mean, that's pretty good.
Big stuff.
Let's see. We've got, in terms of serving, we've got no one really standing out. I mean, Bianca Tapia,
Led
Isabella.
the team in aces.
Isabella Guzman also had 3 aces. So not too bad. Not too bad on the serving half. If we want to look at the blocking stats, we had
6 blocks out of Eden Johnson.
6 blocks out of Eden
Freshman.
Johnson, again, the freshman. That's a good stat to see from her. I'm glad we could have someone up there to block other than Kreitz herself.
Emily Kreitz had 3. Houston had 3. Sophia House had 1. Corsentina with 2.
What a dog.
Farnsworth at 1. And Baker at 1. Not a bad game blocking wise, but
Not a
big
bad
showing
game.
from Eden Johnson. And only 2 sets as well. She didn't play full 3 sets.
Yeah. So, what is that? 9 digs out of Bianca Tapia too.
Dang.
Good stuff out of Bianca. It sounds like lots of saves. And so yeah, good game from the County Hornets, and that brings our total record to That brings our total record to 8-3, and 1-0 in the league games.
Not a lot of league matches early in the season.
Yeah. Well, that would have been. We talked about this last week, but
That was
last night.
That was just last night.
Last night was our first
That
league
is
game,
Crazy.
and we swept. So that makes us 1-0 in league. Great way to start out the
We
league
have-
play.
we have-
Yeah.
6 league games back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they got to be on point now. It's time to lock it in, and the next game will be against Pueblo West, and that'll be
26. That'll be a big night.
at Pueblo West as well. So if
I might
you
be going
are
to that game.
if you're a big rivalry fan, we have a soccer game coming up against Pueblo West at
Oh,
Pueblo
that's the
West.
same day, I think.
It is same day, yeah.
Oh, it is same day.
Milk Jug is 7 o'clock at West, and then oh my gosh, yeah, and then the
6:30.
volleyball pigskin is 6:30 at West. I guess a good day to live out in West.
So-
Enjoy your rivalry games if you want to go to that.
Big day for rivalry games. That's gonna be a fun day. I'm excited to see what happens there.
Good luck, Pueblo County Hornets on Tuesday, September 26th.
Good luck.
Volleyball players, keep hitting that ball over the net.
Thanks, volleyball girls. In terms of the rest of our teams, we can look at the Pueblo County softball team. Over the last week, we've moved to 14-3 overall and 3-2 in our league standings. And currently, we are on a 7-win streak.
Knock on wood, don't want to jinx anything.
Yeah, knock on wood,
We're
but
not gonna actually
7-win
knock on
streak.
wood, though, 'cause
Um,
the desk
Shut up,
shakes.
Devin.
All right, Devin.
Okay, my bad, man. I'm just trying to say something. I've kind of been sitting here all quiet.
And tonight, the 21st, they go to play Central, which is one of our few losses has been to Central. We lost to them a couple weeks ago, 12-9, in kind of a tough matchup. And Central pulled out 7 runs in the first inning last time we played them. And so I'm excited to see what happens tonight. I'm thinking we're gonna win tonight. That's
Hopefully
what
they
I'm
can
gonna
bring
say.
it back. I mean, a 12-9 game after giving up 7 in the first is crazy. I mean, they've got the fight in them. I think if whoever's pitching that game can come out and just start steady, I think they got them for
Yeah.
sure. Just
Yeah.
a tough first inning.
Yeah, it is a tough first inning. So again, like I said, they play them tonight, the 21st. But I mean, we can look at the last couple games we've had. Like I said, we're on a 7-win streak. We played Centennial on the 19th. That was 17-1. We played Greeley. That game was a close game. It was 9-8 for Pueblo County. We played Weld Central, which was a not close game, 18-4 for County. We played Brush, 16-1 for County. We played Pueblo South, 15-1 for County. We played Pueblo East. Oh, we talked about the East game already.
Yeah.
So
not a single, just one shutout on the whole year.
yeah,
They
So-
like to give them the one.
they like to give them at least 1 point.
They keep beating them like 15, 14-1, but they just like giving them the one run.
The 1 run, and 7-win streak. That's pretty awesome from the softball team this year.
Keep hitting that ball.
Good luck. Keep putting bat on ball.
Unfortunately, the league standings though are what matter, and
I feel like with a good record, they could still get in the playoffs. No.
if they keep winning,
Yeah, I don't know.
But,
Let's check
like,
the standings.
3-2 is kind of right now. That's kind of a rough. 4A, we're in third.
4A South Central.
Yeah. So good stuff. Varsity girls softball. And that brings us to the most important part of the podcast, and that's going to be Player of the Week. And I believe it's Devin's turn to go first this week.
All right, so I'm gonna
Talk
break
into
the
your
rule.
mic.
I'm gonna break the rule a little bit. I kind of have 2 picks.
All right, so no.
No.
Well, I'm
You're
gonna
allowed
go-
one pick.
You're allowed one pick. You can
Well-
you can discuss. You'll be like, I'm kind of teetering between.
If you want
Okay.
us to help you choose your
Well,
pick,
I'm,
I
I'm
guess.
teetering between Olivia Corsentino and Elijah Horton.
Well,
Because Olivia Corsentino has been a beast on the volleyball court, and Elijah Horton is the best tackler in the state of Colorado.
yeah, so
For-
I
for
think you
it,
can
at
look at this pick a couple different ways. You can look at the last games that we've played. I mean, what you're looking at is obviously the Fort Morgan game and then the Centennial game. And you can look at how important those games were for our seasons. The Fort Morgan game was actually pretty close. And obviously the Centennial match we swept. So kind of like how we chose last week. I mean, we chose Gavin based off the fact that he was a very clutch player in a very close game. And so, yeah, I mean, you can kind of look at it as, I mean, the football game was a lot closer than the volleyball
I have
match
to
was.
disagree with you there. I know it's like it looks a little close on paper, but 35-21 is still a 2-score game, and I don't think anyone was expecting Fort Morgan to put up a fight just because they were 0-3 and now they're 0-4 after that. I don't know. I think that they were both kind of little uneven matches. I don't know. I do no disrespect to Elijah Horton. Love Elijah
Well,
Horton.
the reason I picked them is because I don't feel like we've had either one of them really as candidates yet, and they've both just been having great seasons.
Yeah,
And
they have.
They have had good games recently.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a little stuck. So if one of you guys is taking
we didn't look at
the other
softball
one.
stats.
There wasn't any.
There wasn't any?
Mm-mm.
No.
We tried to look at them, but there wasn't any for the last game.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, so if one of you guys is gonna take one of them, then I'll just take the.
I can
the
say
other.
my pick.
Okay.
We already know Andrew's pick. I mean, we already talked about
Ian,
it.
I'll call.
Well, I was gonna let him say it, but all right, Devin.
My bad.
All
My
right,
bad.
Devin.
Go ahead and say it, Andrew.
No, I'm gonna go first.
He's
Actually,
going, bro.
Okay.
all right.
Figure it
Devin.
out, Devin.
We got a system here, Devin. So my pick was I was gonna call out Cohen Glenn for my pick. I mean, he's just an athlete that's been able to kind of adapt to the somewhat wacky play style, I would call, of the Pueblo County offensive coordinator. So I mean, he had what it was 15 carries for 130 yards, almost 140 yards last game for the Fort Morgan game, and 3 touchdowns. So I mean, I would say he's my player of the week. I mean, just kind of, he's obviously an incredible athlete when it comes to that, and he's able to adapt to that kind of play style and run the ball as needed. So, Cohen Glenn, you're my player of the week.
So, at first I had Ian as my player of the week, but the more I think about it, the more I look at it, he played his heart out and played an amazing game and got the win, but we still didn't win as a team against West. So I got to kind of lean towards, the other guys. But I got to side with Devin here. I believe in my boy Elijah Horton. I just let that man keep tackling.
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, when we look at Elijah Horton, he's been doing this. He's been leading tackles week after week after week. I mean, it's been nonstop from Elijah Horton.
Not even close.
On the
Like,
defensive
no
side, not even
close.
close to other people. I mean, even this week, like Brock Roseman was still 4 tackles behind him and like almost 6 tackles behind overall. So, I mean, yeah, we can name him.
I'm naming him.
All right.
All right, Elijah
Elijah
Horton,
Horton.
you are the Pueblo County Sports Experience Player of the Week for Week 5. Congratulations. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that ends our Pueblo County Sports Experience podcast for week number 5. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and we hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.
Later.
Adios.